Do some people carry secrets about life, death, and existence that most of us can barely comprehend? Reincarnated individuals, those who have lived before, hold truths that are rarely spoken about, truths that could shake our understanding of who we are and what reality truly means. Today, we're uncovering 9 forbidden truths about reincarnated people that have been hidden from the public eye. These truths may challenge everything you think you know about life. 1. Reincarnated people can access hidden knowledge. Reincarnated individuals often carry knowledge that seems unexplainable. It's not just a matter of intuition. They may recall specific details about historical events, ancient languages, or advanced concepts they've never studied. This phenomenon goes beyond the idea of genius and suggests a deeper connection to past lives. This access to hidden knowledge may come in flashes of inspiration or dreams. They could wake up with solutions to problems they've never encountered or insights into places they've never been. For example, someone might intuitively know how to play an instrument without lessons, or understand an ancient concept that is foreign to their upbringing. This isn't memory in the traditional sense, but a form of recognition, a knowing that exists without explanation. This ability is often dismissed as coincidence or imagination, but the consistency of these occurrences in reincarnated people suggests otherwise. It raises questions about whether knowledge can transcend lifetimes, and what this means for how we understand learning and memory. Could there be a universal repository of knowledge accessible only to those who have lived before? 2. They experience unusual emotional patterns. Reincarnated people often feel emotions that don't seem tied to their current life. They might carry an unshakable sadness, a deep joy, or unexplained fears that have no basis in their personal history. These emotions often correlate with experiences from past lives, whether it's the grief of losing loved ones or the relief of escaping danger. These emotional patterns can make their relationships complex. They may feel drawn to certain people with an intensity that's hard to explain, as though they've known them before. Conversely, they might feel an unexplainable distrust or aversion to others tied to unresolved conflicts from previous lifetimes. For instance, meeting a stranger might trigger a deep emotional response that feels completely out of context in the present. This emotional depth often isolates reincarnated people from others. While they feel emotions intensely, they may struggle to articulate their experiences in ways others can understand, leaving them with a sense of being misunderstood. This emotional complexity, however, also makes them incredibly empathetic, often able to sense and respond to the feelings of others in ways that seem almost supernatural. 3. They have a different relationship with death. Reincarnated people view death very differently from most. To them, it's not an ending, but a transition, a doorway to another existence. This perspective often gives them a calmness about mortality that others find difficult to comprehend. Instead of fearing death, they see it as an essential part of the soul's journey. This unique relationship with death can manifest in strange ways. They might have vivid memories of how they died in past lives, or even recurring dreams of those final moments. For some, these memories are vivid and specific, such as drowning in an ancient shipwreck or succumbing to illness in a past century. Far from being frightening, these experiences often feel like pieces of a puzzle that help them make sense of their current life. Their perspective also impacts how they live. They're often more willing to take risks or pursue meaningful experiences, knowing that life is part of a much larger cycle. This fearlessness can be inspiring to those around them, but also isolating, as few share their understanding. It's not uncommon for reincarnated individuals to embrace careers or lifestyles that involve danger or unpredictability because they value the lessons such paths provide. 4. Their dreams are exceptionally vivid. For reincarnated people, dreams aren't just random collections of thoughts and images. They often experience dreams that feel like memories, detailed, emotional, and sometimes startlingly real. These dreams can involve places, people, and events they've never encountered in their current life, yet they feel deeply familiar. Some describe dreams where they live entire lifetimes in a single night, waking up with a sense of loss or longing, as though they've left another world behind. These dreams might also include encounters with people they feel deeply connected to, even if they've never met them in waking life. Such dreams often carry specific details, like the smell of a marketplace in an ancient city, or the exact dialogue of a past conversation. This vivid dream life often acts as a bridge between their past and present selves. It can offer insights into their purpose, unresolved issues, or even clues about the lives they've lived before. For reincarnated people, dreams aren't just entertainment, they're windows into a deeper reality. Many even find that these dreams provide guidance, helping them navigate their current life with a sense of clarity and purpose. 5. They struggle with a sense of time. Reincarnated people often feel like time doesn't flow the same way for them as it does for others. They may experience moments where the past feels as immediate as the present, or they might feel disconnected from the ticking of the clock altogether. This disjointed relationship with time can make it difficult for them to fit into structured environments or schedules. This timelessness often leads to feelings of confusion or frustration. They may feel like they've already lived through certain experiences, or that they're waiting for something undefined. For example, they might walk into a room they've never been in and feel as though they've stood there before, creating a sense of unease or wonder. This trait can make reincarnated people appear absent-minded or overly reflective to others who don't share their perspective. Yet this sense of time also gives them a unique advantage. They're less likely to be stressed by deadlines or societal pressures, focusing instead on what feels significant and enduring. This allows them to approach life with a patience and wisdom that others often admire. Their ability to see time as fluid often makes them great storytellers or historians, weaving together lessons from the past and present to shape a meaningful narrative. 6. They gravitate toward ancient or unusual beliefs. Reincarnated individuals often find themselves drawn to spiritual practices, philosophies, or traditions that feel strangely familiar. They might resonate deeply with ancient texts, rituals, or teachings, even if they've never studied them before. It's as though these practices awaken something dormant within them, a kind of spiritual muscle memory. This connection to ancient beliefs often extends to their values. They may prioritize harmony, balance, or respect for nature in ways that reflect an older, less modern worldview. This can make them feel out of step with contemporary society, but deeply aligned with their own truth. For example, they might practice rituals that align with the lunar cycle, or follow dietary practices common in ancient cultures. Their attraction to ancient wisdom often leads reincarnated people to explore practices like meditation, energy healing, or astrology. These practices aren't just hobbies, but ways of reconnecting with a deeper sense of self and purpose that transcends their current life. It's not unusual for them to have a natural aptitude for these practices, as though they're simply picking up where they left off in a previous lifetime. 7. They feel responsible for something bigger. Reincarnated people often carry a sense of responsibility that goes beyond their immediate circumstances. They may feel compelled to help others, protect the environment, or contribute to causes that seem larger than themselves. This drive often feels innate, as though it comes from a promise or purpose they've carried across lifetimes. This sense of duty can be overwhelming at times. They might struggle to balance their personal needs with their desire to make a difference. For instance, they might sacrifice personal comfort to volunteer for a cause they feel deeply about, even if they can't articulate why it matters so much to them. Yet, this drive also gives them a sense of purpose that keeps them moving forward, even in the face of challenges. Their actions often inspire others, not because they seek recognition, but because their authenticity resonates deeply. For reincarnated people, life isn't just about personal success. It's about contributing to something that endures. They often see their actions as part of a larger cosmic balance, where every effort counts toward the greater good. 8. They often feel older than their age. Reincarnated people frequently describe feeling much older than their years. This isn't just about maturity, but a sense of having lived through experiences far beyond their current lifetime. They might feel disconnected from their peers or drawn to relationships with those who share their depth of understanding. This old soul quality often manifests in their interests and conversations. They may enjoy discussing philosophical or spiritual topics that others find abstract or unnecessary. This can make it challenging for them to form connections with those who focus on surface-level concerns. For example, they might struggle to engage in small talk but thrive in discussions about purpose or morality. However, this trait also gives them a unique perspective on life. They're less likely to get caught up in trivial matters, focusing instead on what feels meaningful. This quality often makes them wise mentors or confidants, even at a young age. Their ability to see the bigger picture allows them to offer insights that others find profoundly helpful. 9. They carry unfinished business. Perhaps one of the most defining traits of reincarnated people is the sense that they have unfinished business. This might involve relationships, goals, or lessons that feel unresolved. They may feel driven to accomplish something specific without fully understanding why. This unfinished business often serves as a guiding force in their lives. It might push them towards certain careers, locations, or people that hold the keys to their growth. For example, they might feel an unexplainable pull to a specific country or era, as though something there holds the answers they're seeking. While this drive can be confusing, it also gives their life a sense of direction and purpose. For reincarnated people, addressing this unfinished business is not just about personal fulfillment, but about completing a cycle. It's a reminder that life is not random, but part of a larger journey that spans lifetimes. This understanding often gives them a sense of direction that others may lack. It's as though they're following an invisible thread, leading them toward lessons, experiences, and relationships that are essential for their growth. This perspective doesn't just make their actions purposeful, it also gives them a feeling of alignment, as if they're on a path they were always meant to walk. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.